Hello and welcome to Dave the Suit Betting. Well, it's been a quiet week. I've put two selections out. One was a non-runner and the other one each way 8-1 ran really well and it got a place for us and we got the place money. So we're slightly up on the week, not a fortune, but we are up. I was going to put one out the other day. I looked at the form, did a replay of the race, made a cup of tea before I recorded the form from the Racing Post, and when I got to look at the Racing Post, it had gone from 8-1 with 365 to 9-2. I looked at the other bookmakers, they were generally 100 to 33-1. And I thought, I can't put it out because no one's going to get 9-2. I thought it should have been around about 5-1 anyway. It went off 5-2. It went off. It came second, so kind of dodged a bullet, I suppose. So Saturday, I've got two selections. One's each way and one's a win bet. Normal stakes. So I do my profit and loss to £20. So £20 win or £10 each way. That doesn't mean you have to put that much on. Play to your own pocket. So here's the first race, to 255 at Cheltenham. Let's have a look at the form. This is the first race I'm looking at, the 255 at Cheltenham on good ground. Now, one of the things I've seen here is the second favourite, Thanks for the Help, of David Pipe. Doesn't like good ground. Pulled up at Adock on good ground at Adock. Good ground, would prefer a slower surface. Now the one I like, on its last run, I thought this was a good run. He held it quite a way back. Not pace to challenge. Held up in rear, steady headway. Favourite that day. The skeleton horses are flying. But I'm going to take a chance on one. Likes good ground. Now Gowell Road will be there to be shot at. It'll lead. 12 stone is a great leveller. And it doesn't seem to quite get home over this distance. Got caught carrying 11.3 that day. First run of the season. But it looks better over shorter. The one I'm going to go for is Noble Birth. Each way 8-1. 4 places. If you go with Sky, they'll pay 5 places. Let me show you. It likes good ground, this horse. It's run over further. And its last run, they had it too far back. It was really well back. Headway 4 out, left in 4, 3 out, went third, and the jockey wasn't too hard on it. Now this horse, that was a chase, by the way, on a flat track where it paced to behind it, and it finished really well, and he wasn't too hard on it. And the other thing with it, it usually has a tongue tie on, and it did when it last won over the hurdles, and its last couple of runs it's not had a tongue tie on. Well, Joy Quest is a worthy favourite. That run at Chepstow was a very good run. He had it probably a little bit too far back. It ran on really well. Thanks for the Help, Pipes. I think it needs more juice in the ground. Definitely. And I think that it's 6-1 currently. I think that might drift out. Gowell Road. It's got 12 stone on. It got caught last time, first run of the season at Cheltenham, with 11.3 on. This is not as hard a race. So it might surprise you. It'll be right at the front. Maybe it'll hang on. Maybe it will. but its best form is over shorter, 2 mile 4, 2 mile 5, and I think this might stretch it with 12 stone on. Now Noble Birth, they've got the tongue strap back on. It had when it won its hurdle race, and when it's ran really well, it's always had a tongue strap on. Now they've been running it over the chasers. I looked at its last run and its first run for the new trainer, and they had it way too far back, and it ran on really well without being overly aggressive on it. And even on the running, when it had got a squeak at winning, there wasn't too much force on the horse from the jockey. I thought it was a good run. I won't say it was a prep run, but it might have been. Now, if you go with Sky Bet, you get 7-1, 5 places for this race, and I don't mind that at all. But personally, I'm going 4 places at 8-1, currently with 365. Noble Birth. My advice: wait until you can get the best odds guarantee in the morning. It is a Saturday, and sometimes the bookmakers are a little generous. So that's Noble Birth in the 255 at Cheltenham, 8-1 each way, 4 places. Here's my second selection. It's running at Wolverhampton, the night meeting. Here's its first ever run on the all-weather. It's only had 3 runs in its life. Here's its first run on the all-weather over the extended 9 at Wolverhampton. The horse I'm interested in is coming out of the 3 stall. This is its first ever run, ever, as a 3-year-old at Wolverhampton over the extended 9 furlong. Let's watch the race.
That's it. Stand by. 13 runners.
I'll turn him off. So, gets out okay, and then the jockey takes a serious tug. Watch this. As they come to the bend, he looks left, gets it on the rail, and there we go. Puts the brake on. Definitely, seriously, see, look at this. Look at that. Oh! Seriously holds the horse well back. It is its first run ever. And again, he takes a tug. Keeps it on the rail. So he's in about 6th, 7th place there on the rail, and the horse wants to go, and the jockey's saying, "Not today, sunshine." So we're coming off the bend onto the straight at Wolverhampton. It's in 6th or 7th on the rail. These are all being rowed along. I mean, look at this guy. He's practically stood up. Look at this one rowing. He's rowing like crazy. He's rowing like crazy. He's stood up in the saddle, not moving. Look at him. He's motionless. But he's on the rail. Now, if you want to win this race, you need to come off the rail. Look at them. They're all pushing. And he's just there on the rail. Not bothered. Push. Now he just starts moving now. Gets the horse, straightens it up. Now, if you go to the rail on the straight at Wolverhampton, you need at least half a stone in hand of your opponents. And he's doing it from straight off the bend. Not the last 100 yards, not the last furlong. Straight off the bend. He's hugging that rail, and he switches in it. Well, he maintains it on the rail. And it stays on really well. But you're not going to win on the rail. He gives it a couple of taps there. Pushes it. Another tap. I think he's hitting his boot. And that's him done. He's not bothered. And that was a good run. First time ever on a racetrack. This is the race. This is the race where it came second. Now let me show you something. Who's Glen in third was 1-2. Who's Glen is now rated 92. Okay. The winner, Umbria, which won the race. There's the race. Now rated 77. The race today, start time is rated 68. The next highest rated He's rated 66. Well, I thought that was an excellent run. I thought it was an excellent run. You don't want to be on the rail. He hit it a couple of times, but it wasn't going to win. It's very, very difficult to win up that rail. Next time out, it ran at Southall. It was drawn 13 and 14, and he took a tug at the start. The jockey put it on the rail at the rear, and it basically stayed there. I won't say it was a non-trier. They just didn't try with it, if you know what I mean. It couldn't win from that position. A mile 3 at Southall, lots of bends at Southall, and it was never in a good position. It was like 2-3 from the back. And then next time out, it won at Yarmouth. It looked like it was going to win really well, but it idled just a little bit in front, and then the jockey had to give it a reminder, and it won okay. If you look at its form, that form on its first run at Wolverhampton, the placed horses highly rated, and yeah, I quite like it. Now there's a few horses, they look a bit exposed in this. Obviously, Destinado, which won at Wolverhampton after fluffing at the start last time out. It's a quick turnaround after 3 days. It's got a £5 penalty. They've somewhat negated that by putting a £7 claimer on this time. It had a £3 claimer on last time. So most of that penalty is negated. It's a course and distance winner. But when it did win over course and distance, the second and third were rated 45 and 49 respectively. And I think it won off of 49. So that's a lot higher today. Perseverance has got an obvious chance of course and distance winner. Further Measures, it's not ran since June, so might be a little bit rusty. And I'm quite happy at 5-2 to go for the improving start time. It's got a good draw in 3. It's not ran over this mile 4, but it does look as though it'll stay the mile 4 on its 10 furlong form. It's an improver, and I think it's got a lot of improvement in it. Totally unexposed horse. 5-2 seems a fair price, but again, I would wait until you can get the best odds guarantee in the morning. Now, I'm up early tomorrow and out, so put the prices that you get in the comment section, and I'll go with those prices. I will be playing before I leave, and I'll be playing most likely with maybe William Mills, 365 William Mills maybe. There will be a notebook video out on Sunday. I know I've not put one out for ages, but there's not been a lot sent, and I've not really seen much. But there will be a notebook video out on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. This is Dave the Suit. I'm actually having a trip to the coast this weekend. Let's hope the weather's fine. Bye for now.